Shalom, shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor to the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. My name is Brother Napak from the Camp Prophets in Babylon, down here in Tampa Bay, Florida. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and the ones listening in. And I want to get into a short, quick lesson, all right, on this article, as you see it. And I'm going to title this lesson, How Much More in Jacob's Trouble? All right. So what this article says, it says, Milton and Helene are taking a toll on the mental health of Floridians, leaving a trail of anxiety and frayed nerves. All right. So, just recently we had two hurricanes down here in Florida, Milton and Helene. All right. And these was pretty bad hurricanes, but Milton really took an effect over here down in the Tampa area, a lot worse than Helene did. Where it's still, some messed up parts of the city, that hasn't been fixed yet. All right. And there's still people messed up in their minds, about the tragedy of it. All right. Because Helene and Milton, they literally, Milton literally came right after Helene came, so it's like a 2-for-1 special. All right. And so it was very overwhelming for these Floridians. All right. And Helene went all the way down there, to South Carolina. All right. And Helene went far. North Carolina is still flooded. But over here in Florida, you have people devastated, man. All right. Leaving a trail of anxiety and frayed nerves because some people's houses got flooded. They don't know how they're going to get their houses back. Their cars are doomed. All right. They probably have their lights off for like a whole week now. Some people still have a power outage. All right. And they're just in there taking cold showers and, but, it's leaving these hurricanes left a trail of anxiety and frayed nerves. So how much more, our people are going to be, scarred and traumatized in the day when Jacob's trouble pop off? All right. How much more, man? Because, as the scripture says it, all right, people are going to be terrified, in Jacob's trouble, where their face is going to be pale. It's going to be like as a woman given in travail. So let's see. I think that's the wrong one. What the hell? Should be over here in Jeremiah somewhere. But how much more in Jacob's trouble, bro? When all hell is breaking loose, people are looting. All right. People are going crazy in their minds. All right. Their mind being plagued with demons. They don't know what to do. They're scared and terrified for their lives. All right. So this is a day that's coming upon, America. All right. But it's really, for Jake. All right. It's really going to be there, as a, what's the word for it? Amendment for Jake, I believe. Yeah. So, because Jake had done so many, messed up things going against the Lord, and the Lord gonna have it where Jacob's trouble gonna pop off, and once Jacob's trouble pop off, it's really gonna be mainly Jake getting judged. All right, Esau gonna come down with great wrath, great destruction upon Jake, and even some of these heathens, and some of these Edomites, they're gonna be, you know, finding themselves getting, what's the word for it? Are perishing in that day, you know. So this is Jeremiah 30 and verse 4. It says, and these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. So, Jake. All right, still called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, these are the words that the Lord spake concerning you. It says, for thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. So, Lord said it, we have heard a voice of trembling, all right, of fear, not of peace. So that's just showing you the type of vibrations that's coming with Jacob's trouble, the type of, mood. All right, it's not gonna be a peaceful, time. It's not gonna be a time of hugs and kisses or people giving into marriage, having birthday parties and stuff. It's going to be a time where people are going to be in fear for their lives. It's not going to be of peace. All right. Right now, people consider themselves in peace. This is what they consider peace. But, the Lord's going to destroy this peace. All right. This so-called peace that they have now, all right, we're bringing in Jacob's trouble. All right. Because everything, all these prophecies, bro, this is what the Lord prophesied. This is what the Lord is bringing upon America. This is what the Lord is bringing upon Jake. All right. So it says, ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with a child. So it's going to be like, you see a man in that day is going to be like he travail with a child. Like, he's given unto labor, you know how the woman be when they're pregnant, all right, and their water breaks, they're screaming, they're in anguish, they're suffering. These are going to be men in that day, It says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces turned into paleness. So how bad it got to be for people faces to turn into paleness? All right, the man, even the mighty man you consider mighty, all right, their hands on their loins, as a woman in travail. All right, how bad does it have to be, bro? All right. People are going to really be, messed up in the mind once Jacob's trouble pop off. All right. Because there's going to be so much death, so many people dying. All right. So many people getting their house looted, cars, being destroyed, vandalized, all types of things, bro. That's where it gets into that as well. It says, at last, for this day, that day is great, so that none is like it. So a day like none like it, bro. This is going to be a great day. All right. Jacob's trouble. All right. So you're going to see all types of stuff. People vandalizing, property, people looting, people, killing each other. All right. These racist groups, coming out. I had a dream like that before where everything, I was in the middle of driving somewhere. I was going somewhere, bro, and just everything out of nowhere, boom, EMP hit, and then boom, all you started seeing was racist groups, all right, coming out of these trucks. People automatically started looting, fire started, spreading, so once that one thing hit, it's gonna cause everything to shift, bro. All right. These so-called civilized people, they're not going to be so much civilized anymore. They're all going to be criminals, monsters, destroying, and taking. All right. Those are the times. That's the time we're coming into, man. All right. I was just watching, the dude, Canadian prepper. All right. He was saying that, who was it? Russia, was saying that, how they got circumstances we don't, or not circumstances, but they got something, that's worse than nuclear missiles. They got plans, devices that they created that's worse than even just shooting missiles at each other. And he was saying, that's crazy. What could that be? All right. And he was just giving a whole bunch of different examples like sleeper cells, you know. And that's one thing that's going to, we're going to have to deal with here too. You're going to have sleep. You got sleeper cells here in, America, bro, ready for when everything pops off. That's what happened in my dream is like once the EMP hit, it was like sleeper cells, dudes, from, different countries. All right. All these different immigrants, that's not originally from here. They just automatically started killing like it was planned, So it could be sleeper cells, or they plan, they plan to, unleash a certain type of pestilence, virus, so you never know, bro. You never know, man. But it's crazy that Russia said that, because before, all these nukes do hit, it's going to be a time of, where America's going to be in great tribulation. All right. In great tribulation. So it's going to be all types of stuff, pestilence, sleeper cells, Salakia, power outages, and we're about to enter into the winter. All right. So, but it says, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. So this is the time of Jacob's trouble. All right. But he shall be saved out of it. And who is that he? The Lord's man, the elect man. All right. Lord's going to save his people, serve him, out of this day. All right. You're going to protect them, get him out of there, sustain, his men. All right. But everybody else, bro, they're going to be left with, anxiety. Whole families are going to get killed. Dudes, women are going to be getting ravished in their faces. I just seen a post a brother posted. You had these 3 Jake that went to somebody's house, held dude to gunpoint and, ravished his woman in his face, man. You know how that can break somebody, bro? You can't do nothing. Your woman's getting ravished in your face by 3 different guys. They're holding you at gunpoint in your own house. They had just, they took him into custody, took him to jail or prison. But these times we're in, bro, it's getting crazy, bro. So stuff like that is going to be happening on a normal. All right. And people are going to be, scarred from it, traumatized, So, hey, man, best believe, how much more in Jacob's trouble when all hell's breaking loose, when people are looting, when people are killing. All right. It's going to be a lot worse. So, hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I just want to get into a short, quick touch up on that. All right. Because, you still got people over here in Florida that's still, been, as that hurricane has really changed their lives. All right. And their houses are damaged, are destroyed, cars destroyed, their whole life. It feels like, for a lot of them, they feel like their whole life is over, so people are having anxiety, all right, because of the anguish that they went through with that hurricane. So how much more in Jacob's trouble, man? All right, so the Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect, the ones listening in. Once again, I want to give double honor to elders and apostles, great millstone. Peace and blessings to hopeful elect. And I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Bahashim Rakakadash. Shalom Akim.